Hey guys, tonight we step quietly into the warm, sun-soaked world of ancient Egypt. The air is thick with the scent of Nile mud and palm resin. Somewhere nearby, a donkey brays lazily, flies buzz low over clay jars, and barefoot children chase each other through narrow alleys of whitewashed homes. You're standing in a bustling courtyard, where women are grinding grain with rhythmic ease, the stone-on-stone scraping almost hypnotic. There's smoke drifting up from an open-air kitchen, where bread bakes slowly in dome-shaped clay ovens. It all feels simple, almost peaceful, until you remember, there's no refrigeration, the beer is warm and unfiltered, and food poisoning is less of a possibility and more of a daily ritual. You probably won't survive this with your modern stomach. But don't worry, this is just a story. You're safe, and you don't even have to chew anything. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. But only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And if you're still awake enough, drop your location and the current time in the comments. I love seeing where and when you're tuning in from. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You wake up before dawn in a modest mud brick house on the edge of a small Egyptian village, not far from the Nile's east bank. The walls are cool and slightly damp. Outside, the horizon glows a faint gold, and roosters are beginning their raspy chorus. You're hungry, but don't expect eggs or toast. The day begins with flatbread, thick, chewy, and a little sour. Fresh from the oven if you're lucky, stale and dunked in beer if you're not. The beer, by the way, is cloudy and sludgy, more like a drinkable porridge. It's fermented with date juice and wild yeast. It smells faintly sweet but earthy. And yes, it's breakfast. Everyone drinks it, men, women, children. Water is risky, beer is safer. Sort of. In the courtyard, a woman sits grinding emmer wheat with a curved stone. Her hands are calloused. She's been doing this since she could stand. The flour she makes is coarse, full of grit. Later, that grit will wear down your teeth. Slowly, permanently. But you chew anyway, because that's just what life is. You're headed to the fields today. Your job is gathering vegetables and watching for snakes. The sun climbs high, and with it, your appetite. Lunch is onions, not caramelized or gently sautéed, raw. Juicy, crunchy, pungent. Onions are a staple, eaten like apples. Rich in sulfur, they keep you strong, and also ensure nobody wants to sit too close. If you're lucky, there's fish. Caught fresh from the Nile and cooked over a small fire until the skin curls and crisps. It's seasoned only with salt and whatever herbs someone managed to grow nearby. Maybe coriander, maybe dill. But sometimes, fish is dried and rehydrated, chewy and tough. Either way, you eat it with more bread and that sour beer, the kind that fills your belly but leaves a chalky aftertaste. Dinner comes as the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long. There's lentil stew, thick and simple, with crushed garlic and oil pressed from sesame seeds. It simmers slowly in a blackened pot, filling the house with warmth and the promise of rest. Children gnaw on dates, sticky and sun-warmed. Adults talk quietly, their voices low, conserving energy. The rich, those who serve in temples or live near the capital, eat differently. Their kitchens are larger, with servants doing the cooking. Their tables, if you can call them that, hold roast goose, honey cakes, even figs imported from abroad. But you are a commoner. You dream of honey, but you chew on legumes. There are no forks, no spoons, just fingers. Meals are communal, eaten from shared bowls. And yes, double dipping is not just common, it's expected. You tear bread, scoop stew, and try not to let it drip on your tunic. Every now and then, you might get a treat. A piece of carob pod, a handful of tiger nuts. Something sweet to chew on slowly as the stars rise above your roofless bedroom. But no meal is complete without a prayer. Before you eat, you thank the gods, especially Hapi, the Nile god, for feeding you with his floodwaters. You murmur your thanks, even if your stomach still grumbles, even if the bread is hard, even if the fish smells a little off. You fall asleep full enough, the taste of garlic still lingering. Somewhere nearby, a cat curls up by a hearth, watching the night. You hear frogs in the distance, the rustle of palm leaves, and the occasional murmur of your neighbors, drifting into their own dreams. Tomorrow, you'll do it all again. You'll wake with the sun, grind the grain, drink the beer, and taste the dust on your tongue. It's a quiet rhythm, ancient and ordinary. And as you drift off now, in your own soft bed, just remember, somewhere, thousands of years ago, someone just like you was lying down on a woven mat, belly full of onions and lentils, listening to the frogs and the wind, and slipping slowly into sleep. Good night.